How you doing? Oh God.
Alright,
Gang.
What's going on?
Yo, I've been trying to get this to happen for a hot minute still. And I'm so happy that it's happening finally.
We live.
Welcome to the podcast.
Appreciate ya. What's going on?
Yeah, we've got Tender, T Suave with us.
We here.
Yeah, we thought we'd bring him along. You've been releasing a lot of music recently.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you got an EP out, isn't it?
Dinner, man.
Yeah.
That's the new flex.
Yeah.
Feel me? That's the new flex. First question. My question is to you lot. You lot listen. You lot listen to it.
Yeah.
So many times, it's almost embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay then.
Status trial is my shit.
Status trial, yeah.
Yeah.
Adrenaline's for you. Okay then.
And life.
Okay,
I think
then.
those are my two favorite ones.
Okay then. Status and life.
Yeah.
That's been on a lot of people's lips, like even AB as well. Status and life. That's his little combination right there.
Shout out to AB.
Status and life for sure. Adrenaline. That tune's lit, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
It's
like
jumpy,
that.
innit?
Yeah.
Low key, but it's got a vibe to it still.
Yeah.
I feel like the tune's got like an ambience about it, you feel me? Like the way I made it, the thought process behind it was just cold.
Okay.
Like everything about it for me was just so cold. Like even like just the mood when I was in the studio, I'm in the studio myself. So even just the mood in the studio and how I was just feeling the ambience, bro. The ambience is just mad. Like even when I'm listening to the song, I feel like I'm just in the middle of it. Like I'm not listening, I'm in the tune. Like all the instruments just doo, 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 doo. Like I feel like I'm in some sort of like horror movie but game of some sort. Even the mixer, I told him, yo, like
it's quite eerie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that.
Eerie.
Yeah. Quite eerie.
That's what I said.
I told him if we're mixing this one, like we need to mix it quite dark. There's a lot of like little demon voice effects, monster voice effects that are all low key, but they just add to the ambience, you feel me?
Right.
So it has this scary sort of feel to it, and it was a great way to start it off, you feel me? Great way to start off the whole thing.
I think that's what I liked about the whole like project. I remember hitting you up and saying, the production, the production. I couldn't believe it was exquisite stuff.
Thank you very much.
How did you get to that point? And what made you think I need to make a body of work that has, this level of production?
Do you know what? Yeah, the production's good. It's great compared to like other stuff, yeah. But I still feel like there's a journey, you feel me? I feel like more like the ability is there. It's being shown a lot more. But like in terms of like production, the nitty gritties, the quality of the sound, it's up there now. Right. But we still got a little way to go. You feel me? We can't. It's not perfect just yet. Like we still got a bit of a way to go with the whole production thing. But we're moving for sure.
I'm excited to see just where you're gonna take everything.
For sure.
Dinner Man 2 maybe. Like all I'm doing right now is just creating here and there. And I'm on a slight bit of a break, but I'm moving back into stuff. Like I'm there. Like I'm still creating. Wake up in the morning and do some stuff. You feel me?
I like
just
that.
Make new things, man. What's going on with you, man? What's going on in you lot's life?
Well, before we get into that, we need to get to the salt and the liming. That's what we call it. So you're new to the show, and hopefully to be a friend to the show. We have tequila, and when I told you this, you're like, "Oh, tequila."
Tequila lets it well with me.
But for tonight, you're going to have to have it.
I'm ready, man. Let's go.
Right, so
down. Let's do it.
Yeah, so I'll you guys carry on, and I'll just pass stuff around for you guys. Don't mind me. Aren, how's your week been?
My week's been calm. I've been taking it real easy, relaxing, working up to get ready to celebrate Queen Lizzie today.
What you been doing to celebrate?
Pardon?
What you been doing to celebrate?
Well, just enjoying the bank holiday.
Oh yeah?
Out, enjoying the weather a little bit.
That's what we like to hear.
Aren, you celebrate Queen who?
Did you not sense the sarcasm? Nah, I love Lizzie.
You lot are gonna say some wild stuff here, you know. You lot are gonna say some wild stuff here.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna say some wild stuff
get a man deported or something. Gonna talk mad.
That's a pretty Thursday, listen.
You know what the other ones?
Let's toast to not getting deported.
Yeah, fact. Get a man deported or something. Alright, okay, we're good, yeah?
Yeah.
Ready to life, you feel me? Health, wealth, all of that good stuff, man.
Everything.
You feel me? To a good chat as well.
Tea.
What did you say?
I said best alcohol on earth.
You're tripping, bro.
This is the only reason I joined this podcast.
Yeah? So, and I like the whole concept. The concept's lit, though. Furthermore, how did you lot come up with this concept? What was the whole thought process behind it? Where did it all start from, man?
See, that's where my lie gets exposed. Because I was not all involved in the concept or any of that kind of thing. Aqua brought me on as part of the media crew, you could say. So yeah, I do a lot of this.
Background stuff.
Yeah, the background behind the scenes.
I know you lot can't see the set like that, but the set's crazy.
Right,
Walked in and I was gobsmacked. The lights are all hitting you and all that. Yeah. Very, very cold. Very, very, very cold, man. You lot doing a thing here still.
I have to say, honourable shout out to JD, who's a co-host on the show.
Oh yeah.
I've had this idea for a podcast for a long time now. And you guys all know me. I've known a few of you for a lot of years. I love to chat. I'm a very chatty girl. And I love to talk about music. I'm very passionate about it. So I've been wanting to start a podcast. So I decided to bring JD on.
Just know that off the record, whenever I come to this house, off the record, no cameras, no mics, we have some deeper conversations up in here.
Great conversations.
Deeper conversations.
We
some
do.
Real good group chats. I'll be honest, like this household, just bare conversations going on.
Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah, so I brought my friend JD on, and I said I want to do a pod, and because JD and I have had many music conversations over the years. I mean, coming on to 10 years now. I said I'd love to have a chat with you on camera for as long as we can do it. And so we went over and over the name, and I came up with some really shitty names, some really bad ones. And then we were talking about just some of our favorite podcasts and the concepts behind them. And he just said out of nowhere, he said, Salt and Lime. I said, what? He said, what about Salt and Lime? So JD came up with a name. Cool. And then we started to build a concept around it. And this is what we've got. So honourable shout out to him. He was a massive player in making all of this happen. I needed a mastermind to work behind the camera. I did. I needed a mastermind. And again, because I'm very chatty, I was expressing it to everyone I would get in contact with. And I did that with my friend Philip. So I said, yo, I'm looking for somebody. Can you tell me? And he said, I think I've got the guy.
And then boom.
And that's how I met Aren.
And now you've all come together.
And now we come together every week. And we have great conversations, man.
That's lit, man. That's lit, man.
Fantastic conversations. And I'm so blessed that you guys get to listen to us chat shit week in, week out with my really weird laugh. We've got a platform. We've got a place we call home.
Love that.
You know, so yeah.
Love that. Here's something.
Okay.
Go on. What do you lot think about the longevity that music has in this day and age. You feel me?
Not you coming onto this podcast and asking us questions.
Yeah, I'm pulling strings out here. Like, you're sitting there with someone. I like music. You feel me?
Okay, repeat your question, honey.
Okay. How do you feel about the longevity of music at this moment in time? Like, the lifespan of music.
That's coming out.
This is like, we seem to be in a bit of an era of like in and out.
Right.
Like, who's really, what does it take for someone to be here and like sit and stay in this game for so long? You feel me?
Those 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah. What makes you not a one-hit wonder, or how do you carry that on as from a consumer's perspective, not even from like a business perspective or from a musician's perspective, a consumer's perspective? How do you feel someone is going to have longevity in this game? How is someone staying in your playlist? Relatability is probably one of the first things I would probably think to mention. No one wants to listen to someone who's out of touch. Everyone wants to see themselves in the music that they listen to, and that is why we're massive fans of drill. Okay. We're based in Leicester. On this part, we enjoy the drill. Okay, what is it about the drill? What's going on?
I think it has a lot to do with, so we're Leicester based, and just what we know and what we grew up seeing. Okay, not to say Leicester is crime scene central, nothing like that. But it's just what's familiar to us. Do you know what I mean? A bunch of the people that we grew up with were on road, and a bunch of people that we also grew up with talk about the road a lot. So for me, I can say it's about relatability.
I'd say for me, it's a bit different.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily have so many friends that were like on road or in like random shit. Kind of catching myself with them.
Aren was a good kid.
I wasn't.
He was a really good kid.
But I was always into rap music, so
of course
I find a lot of similarities between drill and gangster rap.
Of course.
And I think drill gets some unnecessary harsh treatment.
You know what? Yeah, I like this conversation right here.
Yeah.
I like where this is going. What's going on with the whole drill thing? What do you think about the influence on drill? Like, the influence that drill has on like its consumers?
I mean, I think it's both a product of the environment and something that influences it at the same time. Yeah,
if we're talking like, think about the consumer fan base of drill, we're talking that there's real youths that are listening to this right now.
Of course.
Because like, you don't really hear 30-year-old man listening to drill, you know what I mean?
Not in 2022 like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really stretch that far. So if we're talking like the prime consumers that I'm seeing are like, what can we say? What I don't know.
TikTok, 100%. My sister's 14. 14, and she knows.
So we're talking from about the age that you can not start listening to music. You start listening to music from a youth, I guess. But let's say from about 12, 11.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
say 11. I was about
11.
to say 11.
11, because youths are going into what? Secondary school.
100%.
Mix and matching with people.
100%.
Yeah.
Year 6, year 7 into
then.
Secondary school.
Yeah.
And
So,
they understand
like,
what that is.
I think from once people hit social media,
100%.
as well as TikTok, I see all of these like highlight videos. There'll be football, basketball, and they've got drill
on the background.
100%.
And obviously you get that effect, but sometimes you watch a highlight and you're like, what's this song in it? So I think that's an easy access point into the drill lifestyle through the music and that. So I think it's easy to get exposed to nowadays because it's being pushed.
But, just touching on that, I think drill is like every other genre that we've seen that has emerged and has become really popular. So we had rock and roll and we had soul music. These were genres that came from struggle and pain, right? And I think that is what drill represents. It is young people putting what they've experienced in the system and saying, yo, I did a madness and this is what happened, right? I think we talk about Digga D a lot on the show. He's one person we know who's struggled with the law and what it is he puts in his music and how he can talk about certain individuals in his music, right? And how much censorship he can get from that music. So I just think that, like you were saying, it gets a lot of bad rep, but it's a form of expression.
Rightly so? Or...
No, I don't think so.
So you think it's wrongful?
I think so, because when you think of rock and roll was considered the devil's music back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Right? I know a lot, like, I've seen interviews of Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Nina Simone saying that they had to hide the fact that they were singing these very provocative songs, right? Songs about sex and drugs and being in love and gyrating on men because their parents thought that it was just unearthly, ungodly, right? But these were genres that came out of struggle. And I think that's the same sort of rap that drill is getting. It's like not promoting, but to the older generation, it comes across as promoting, but we are just recording our experiences. So I don't think it gets a bad rep, and that's rightfully so.
I feel like it's putting more people in the hood than it is taking out of the hood.
We could say the same thing about coke rap. We could say the same thing about
putting people in the hood.
Yeah, we could say the same thing about the sort of, I mean, American rap, whatever Jay-Z was talking about back in the 90s.
People are dying though.
100%.
It's like, it's like different when you're saying, slanging dope or whatever they might say, yeah. But when we're talking like, Chef My Man then, and then you've got really good kids who have grown up nice now listening to this and feeling like they can then go and do that stuff, yeah. You're actually putting people into that lifestyle via music. Music's like, it's highly influential, yeah?
100%.
Highly influential. And I get all genres influence.
Of course.
But it's now the extent of the influence, innit? If we're talking now, like, we're talking about people's lives now. We're not talking about just sex. We're not talking about selling drugs. Like, I get the severity of that, but now we're talking about people's lives being lost.
Right.
We're talking about bringing youths that have no need to be involved in the roads to then come to the roads through music. Because they heard XYZ say XYZ, and more time it might even be that they're lying about it too. In the music, yeah?
100%.
So now but still, now it's a hit single. Now millions of people have consumed that. Now millions of people think that's true because it's come from an influential person, an influential character. But one, it might not even be true. No one else knows that. But two, they've just put thousands of people in that sort of mind frame to then follow that path.
Right.
You feel me? Like, people listen to certain music when they're doing certain things. You might listen to something about selling drugs when you're selling drugs. Like, you might listen to drill before you go and do whatever you're going to do. That's a bit mad.
I mean, let's not talk about how long you and I have known each other. We've known each other a long time.
Very long time.
And I would like to say that you fairly know me to be a fairly good girl. Right? That's not funny. Don't do that. But I, being a fan of drill, I'm not going out doing all those things. And I'm not saying that everyone else is just like me, but it is completely possible for an artist to have a fan base. And not everyone. I totally understand. Everyone, Like, I understand that people like Nines have lived their life, right?
Okay.
And they continue to talk about their lives in their music. And I understand that could influence people. But being a music consumer and being a fan of music, I could listen to that and actually learn from it.
Your head's screwed on, though. Yeah. Your head's screwed on. You aren't... I wouldn't even count you as a primary consumer of drill. Do you know when you tell me that you like drill music, it's kind of comes as not a shock to me.
Tendo was like, what?
Yeah, like it's kind of a shock to me. Like, you feel me? As soon as you
said,
as soon as you two both said drill is your thing on the podcast, I was like, oh, really?
Oh, we're fans.
Is it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, really? Like,
Aren is trying to say.
Nah, I mean, we just come from different places and that.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree with you in the fact that I don't think you can just ignore the effects.
Yeah.
On, of course. Especially the younger, more impressionable kids and that. Because, it is putting those kind of their motives in their mind. But I think it's a bit of the way society is. Yeah. Because now with the internet, you have access to so much information about this shit because there's YouTube channels, Trap Law Ross, for example.
Of course.
Like UK DJ Dad, basically, where he's reporting on, these guys are doing this. And it's not even just UK, like, people in the UK drill scene. It's the New York drill scene, it's the Chicago drill scene, covering it in, like, very, like, explicit detail. So there's communities of that that's been followed by, like, these 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old kids. So then learning about that, and it's kind of put on this pedestal where it's like, it's the cool thing to do because these guys are on TV, so... Yeah,
exactly, bro.
Right? Like, so it does put that in some people's minds, I think, that this is something that I might benefit from doing, kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't know if it's as much, I don't know which it is more, the actual effect of people seeing it or the culture that it's been created through media and like the internet events and stuff like that, because I think it would have been quite similar if gangster rap was coming about right now in this age.
You reckon?
Everyone would be in an uproar. Can you imagine?
It's like, I hear some of the stuff they used to say,
100%.
and it's mad. But sometimes I kind of feel like they said it a little bit slicker. Like, they were a bit more artistic about it. You see when,
Fuck the police?
Nah, like, of course. Of course, innit?
Okay, you're not wrong, but
like, they're a bit more arty with it. Like, even, like, I respect Drake's thing, because Drake will cuss you. And it's like only you will know that he cussed you. Because he will just, like, he'll cuss you in such a nice way, in
Drake
such a slick
is pretty.
way.
He's a pretty boy.
Like, he will cuss you, but it will really burn. You're thinking, did man really say that?
You went and did this.
I thought I loved nigga.
I had my man's girl, and but the way he would say it is like, but he might say it so calmly, it won't even be like a major punchline. He would just say it in the middle of his 8-bar, and you might not even catch it.
100%.
You might not even catch it, but he's just cussed off XYZ.
Of course.
And when they hear that, they're going to be burning, bro. But the way he said it is so slick. Not this, put him in a spliff. Oof, it's all a bit too much for me, bro. It's all a bit too much.
Drill is explicit. I appreciate, I think what you're saying is completely correct. Like, we cannot ignore the effect that it's had. I think, because I was going to say to you guys, what do you think can be done to limit how much of an influence drill has on the younger generation? Before I say what I think, what do you guys think? What can be done
to minimize his influence?
Yeah, like, on the impressionable young people, as Aren said.
That's a deeper type of question, man.
It's hard to say. You can give the classic answer of like, give them education on like the subject of like being influenced in drill life and the repercussions of it, but you can't guarantee that that's gonna keep.
Of course.
Like, what are they not trying? Like, they're doing censorship.
They're doing everything. There's a law now. Do you know what I mean? We were talking about Digga D earlier. I mean,
I think it's less censoring those artists and more.
Yes, I agree with that.
People that these people are not role models.
Not just people, though.
People in the spotlight in general, innit? Because I think people get that mixed up a lot of the time.
I think it's impossible. Like, if someone's got clout, the way clout is in this day and age, man, I'd like, bro, clout's everything. Yeah, clout is everything. You feel me? Carry on. Clout's everything in this day and age, bro. So as soon as you got clout, you're basically valid now, bro. Like, your opinion is valid to someone. It might not be valid to someone who doesn't follow you, but your opinion is now valid, to someone. Like, if you're a fan of me and I say something, more time, you're gonna drink that in because you feel my opinion is valid, innit? So as soon as you start looking up to certain people,
I get you. Yeah.
Do you know what? I think that I think parents have a responsibility. So what you're saying about it's not about censoring the artists. This is what I'm saying, that it's about artists coming forward and talking about the experiences. That's important. And that in itself has so much power, and we should not have to limit grown men and grown women talking about what it is they've experienced. But I think as a parent, you now have a responsibility to watch what your child consumes. As I don't know if you guys have seen this video of Cardi B. Cardi B has a body mouth, okay? We all know what it is she talks about in her music. But there was a video of her playing or rapping some of her music, and the moment her daughter, Culture, came out, she stopped it. Literally was like, oh no, nothing's happening. Do you know what I mean? So I just think that as a parent, you have the responsibility to watch. You don't have the full control, and you may not be able to do it. Knox talks about all the time that there was nothing that his mom and dad could have done to have prevented him from being Knox, right? But they tried. I think parents can only do the best that they can. But I just don't think the answer is censoring artists from talking about, because that's not just this country, but that's not what life is about. If you have an experience and you've lived a certain life, you have a right to go out and talk about that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Even if artists did come out though, and even if artists did come out and start being like, oh yeah, don't follow this ain't the thing to do.
Of course.
No one's really gonna, take that in. Do you know what? Yeah, prime example, yeah. He didn't even say don't follow this, but prime example, from what I saw, I used to listen to K-Trap a hell of a lot.
Right.
I think he's a good artist.
Shout out to K-Trap.
K-Trap's lit. I think he's lit, yeah.
And Blade Brown.
But I think a lot of people will say he was lit before he took his mask off.
Right.
And he even said it himself. It's like people sort of came off his thing when he took his mask off, and then as soon as he puts his mask back on, people are back on his thing again.
Of course.
It's like there's this whole image. So these lot can't come out and water down their thing.
No, they shouldn't.
On the side, they can't water down their whole thing. I can't lie. They're gonna be influential regardless, innit? Right. They're gonna be influential regardless. Whatever they say on the side, they're gonna be influential regardless. I
think young people. You were saying, oh, but your hair's screwed on. Fair enough. Yeah. But it could have gone either way, right? I could have listened to that music and thought, this could be the life. This could be for me.
Not your big age.
Well, I am too old to go through that.
Not your big age.
But I'm thinking of my Kano listening days, right? When I was a lot younger and I was listening to what was really going on. And listening to Nines and them. Yeah, I just think that as artists, that restriction, I think artists should fight to not be restricted. I think they should fight anybody who wants to censor what it is they're talking about. Unfortunately, that also includes murder, guys. Don't talk. I mean, if you want to implicate yourself, please go ahead. But if you also want to talk about what happened, then I don't see anything wrong with that. It's unfortunate that has to come as a part of a package. But as an artist, you should be able to be as raw as you like, or to be as reserved as you like.
Yeah, I get that. But then, at the same time, I don't think you should be mad if you're criticised for that.
Oh, 100%. I agree with that.
Music is to that degree where I think, to me, obviously, I can't tell these people how to make their music.
Of course not.
There's a line where, some drill gets just, outright, hard to listen to.
Too much.
Yeah.
That's true.
And, I love drill, but, at some point, it's just I can't. This is mad disrespectful, bro. And
the families, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine what the type of person who could be influenced by this would then go out and do kind of thing.
But that's what I'm saying. The severity now is a bit deep. It's getting severe. We need to, if we're talking about, everyone has an influence, and everyone says everyone has an influence. We're talking about the severity of the influence. We're talking about, I feel like the one thing in life.
Do you think that's drill music though, T? Because stabbings have been happening.
Yeah.
Right? People have been killing each other.
Yeah, hundreds.
Rap music has been blamed for that. And now we're in an age where drill music is being that has always been happening. Murders as old as Cain and Abel, right?
Oh, 100%.
So I don't know if music is what's bringing that forward, and if I could say that it really is influencing it to that point. I just think that, okay, I can't ignore, the impact it's had. But it was going to happen regardless. And God, I don't mean to sound insensitive. I mean that in the most... like, it has always been like that. If we're talking about stats, what are we blaming it on? Are we blaming it on rock and roll? Because people were killing each other in the 60s.
Is it not rising, though? In terms of stabbings, if we're talking about that.
That's what I was about to say that, yeah.
Right, but what does that come down to? Does that come down to more postcode wars happening? Does that come down to more people feeling like they could have access to more stuff? Are we taking music out of that? How does that work? How do we work that out?
There'll always be a range of factors, but what we have seen is that drill or groups of people who are affiliated using drill to send shots for their ups and stuff like that. And if you're talking about postcode wars, that's only going to exacerbate.
But that's hip hop culture, right?
Of course, you can't say it's the only one cause, but it's somewhere in there.
I don't know how the stats are looking right now. I don't know about
either.
I can't even talk about that because
we have a researcher who's always here.
I'm fully uneducated with it. I don't know I don't know the rates. I don't know the rates of stabbings way before drill compared to post drill. You feel me? I don't know what the rates of stabbings.
It sounds like a reason for you to come back so we can talk about this again.
You feel me? I don't know that. So I wouldn't want to speak on something that man's doesn't fully know. You feel me? Otherwise, someone could just watch this and just discredit my whole thing and be like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" So,
of course,
yeah, I wouldn't really want to say, "Yo, it's all worse now." But maybe man's a bit more grown now when I'm kind of seeing stuff happen.
Of course.
And maybe it's just in my face now. But maybe it was still bad back then.
Right.
For me. So I can't really, So even to try and say, yo, let's find a solution to it. Like you were saying earlier, really and truly, I personally, I don't feel like there's really a solution to it, really. If you ban drill, you're taking away some people's livelihoods. If you don't ban drill, is it going to keep...
Another genre
influencing
will emerge and society is going to blame that genre for influencing young people to go out and kill each other. So what do we do?
I don't even know.
It's a bit
drill's sly lit though. Don't get it twisted. Drill's there is some real drill slappers out there. Yeah.
100%.
100%. No, don't get it twisted. It's lit, and I love how for positives on drill, instead of all of that influence stuff. I love how, of course, obviously the whole drill concept came from the US and all that. We put our own little swing on it over here.
Yes.
But you know what? Our swing's lit. Oh. And it's the way that our swing has swung back over there.
They are for it.
Yeah, I don't feel like the homage is really being paid to the UK for how much is actually done over there.
Of course.
All over the world.
100%. Yes. Everyone's on that. Everyone's on the same.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, everyone's on drill, drill is now, I feel it's a worldwide genre.
Of course.
Worldwide genre. UK drill is a worldwide genre.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like people are giving us the flowers or giving
credit,
giving the UK, giving the people who started this drill thing the flowers that they deserve. Because as soon as we start talking about drill, we're talking about Chief Keef and them, and we're talking about the old block people,
Chicago drill, right? When we think about drill worldwide,
but now we've spun it. Why aren't we speaking about the pioneers of this thing?
In the UK,
of this new thing that is taking over?
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing... Okay, let me not even say such wild statements. That's definitely wrong.
Uncensored territory.
I started thinking about... I was about to say it's one of the biggest genres that we've got out there right now, but that would be cap still.
Right.
That would be very narrow-minded, innit?
No, I think we're on the up and up.
For sure.
and it can only get better, and we can only influence more amazing artists, and I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. You know what? This conversation just took such an amazing turn. We didn't even get to listen to or hear what it is you've been listening to this week.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I listen to a lot of me, innit? That's the thing. That's the thing about me.
I love that so much.
I'm a boring guy. I listen to a lot of me, so it's like
he listens to himself.
Yeah, and if I'm not listening to me, I'm listening to. I'd say it's more an old school thing for me. Actually, to be fair, Rick Ross's new album is something I'm on.
Rick Ross?
Richer Than I Ever Been. If you lot need to take that in. I like that type of boss music. I like that feel good music. If I'm rolling around with it in the car, I'm feeling like Rosé. I'm feeling like I'm that guy.
That guy,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm feeling like the and I'm feeling like like he's saying he's rolling with a baddie, and I'm like like
yes I am.
Exactly. Even if there's no one in the passenger side, like I'm feeling like there's someone in the passenger side,
100%.
or you get me. Like his stuff makes me feel good. So Richer Than I Ever Been for me. And that's not even like there's a skip in there for me personally, from top to bottom. The
Love
bonus
that.
album.
Love that.
I would recommend Richer Than I Ever Been. Okay. But I'd recommend Dinner Man a little more, you feel me?
Oh, you guys. This is your summer EP.
At all times, man.
I bop to this on a regular.
Dinner Man's got to be there, you feel me? Like Dinner Man's like man's introduction to this thing.
It's like, profound, isn't it?
It's like the practice has stopped. You feel me? The practice is over.
This is not a drill.
The warm-ups are over. Like this is everything really. This is everything. Like you're never gonna click on a T tune in here and be like, oh, it's probably gonna sound like this. You feel me? Like you can click on a lot of artists and say, yeah, that's probably gonna sound like that, or oh, it's probably gonna sound like that. We know their sound type of thing, but it's not happening with a T tune. Like ever. Like I want that. I want you to be like, I'm gonna press play on this and not know what the hell it's gonna sound like. I might press play on it and skip it in 5 seconds, or I might press play on it and love the whole thing.
Right.
But I feel like it's all just a part of
the process.
Yeah, I feel like it's a part of the brand. I feel like that's kind of what I want. Like I want to have different type of consumers and different type of places. I know people usually focus on their niche and then branch out, but then do you know what I feel like sometimes? Do you know when you focus on your niche so much and you branch out, people don't really want to embrace whatever you've branched out into.
People don't like change, T.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them to take that in. But if you become more open to take more people, I understand what you're saying. Like, and I agree with that.
I might get a hit single that's a garage tune. And like, that's what man knows me for. But you best believe that the next single that's coming out after that ain't a flipping garage tune.
That's true.
You feel me? Like, it's not happening. It might be something else. You feel me?
It's
Like,
the inspiration.
Like, I just make music for me personally. You feel me? So as long as I'm vibing along in my whip and I'm messing with it, that's fine. Anyone who vibes with it outside of me, like, safe, innit? Like, cool. Like, I'm happy with that. If you lot mess with it, cool, I'm happy with that. But as long as I mess with it, I'll drop it.
I love that.
I don't care. It's coming out.
I love that so much. Yeah.
It's coming out.
Creative freedom.
It's coming out. Yeah, man, it's coming out for sure.
Yeah, you're not bound to anybody's kind of.
Yeah, man, I hear people say, oh, they don't listen to their own music and all that. Like, oh, I don't listen to my own tunes, etc. Like, you know, my music ain't for me. That's that for them. Music
That's
is
crazy.
Music's a business for them. Then
even when I was experimenting, just like recording stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'd play it back and be like, yo, this.
You know what? It's all
Aren?
right. You feel me? Straight.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, no.
You dibbling and dabbling.
I mean, I think first bars I wrote, I was like 8 or something like that.
Nice.
So like it's always been on and off thing. Like I've had this mic since I was like 15. 24
Wow.
Yeah, long time.
Okay.
So every now and then I'll like kind of record something, but yeah, I don't know. I've got a lot of interest in it.
You gotta send me some drafts to my email. I
wanna know what's going on here.
I wanna hear what you've been cooking, bro.
God, I haven't written a song since I was 10, and
Serious?
that was the last time.
Yeah.
I want both of you to come record. You need like we need like a Salt and Lime theme tune or something. You feel me?
No, we do need one of those.
Okay.
To be fair,
I could be persuaded to do that. I could.
The studio's at the crib, you feel me? It's all there, it's all free. Don't just anytime you lot just come through.
I could be persuaded to get involved.
Sort of line for you, tune.
Yo, that'd be so
Drop a little
sick.
something on there. It'll be cold, man.
That would
It'll
be
cold.
so sick. I love that.
What's better to promote a podcast than a hit single, bro?
Right? With a hit single.
Yeah.
If T Suave is on it, it's a hit single.
Hit single's hard to get, mate. We're still trying. We're still on a journey, mate. We're still traveling towards that. But yo, people have been rapping for time though. Like I hear some people saying, yo, I just blow now, but I've been rapping for 10 years. I'm like, Rick Ross, he's one of my biggest inspirations. I'm hearing a man saying, I didn't see a dime for music for 10 years. I'm thinking, you know what? Like people like that are the reason why I do that type of stuff.
You know what? It's people like Rick Ross. Who else didn't blow for a long time that I can think of? I know Koji didn't blow for a long time. Koji Radical.
I still don't think Koji's like fully blown, bro. Like,
I know he could be bigger 100%, but I think he's oh god, he's so good. He is so good.
he is, no doubt.
And I know he got a really good record deal. So he's somewhere. But what I love about people like that, it gives you a chance to hone your skill. And it gives you a chance to be more patient. And you're able to really just zone in into what it is you want to talk about and what sort of artist, like you're saying, is part of your brand. You're going to get there. Well on your way.
Yeah.
No two ways about
Fingers
that.
crossed.
That mindset, though, that kind of experimentation. And just
100%.
honing your craft over time.
100%.
I think going back to that first question you asked about the state of music now,
Of course.
how some of the attain longevity, I think just keeping on working on it.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like one of the key things because
I feel like,
a lot of people give up in it.
100%.
And it's very easy to give up.
Consistency.
I feel like I've only just found my bag in this whole music thing in the sense of like, just recording, just basic recording. Like, okay, one, the quality is a lot better, whatever, but I'm talking my voice. You feel me? So it's like the way in which I'm delivering, my delivery in certain cases, like, okay, cool, there's more knowledge on the delivery side of things in terms of how to structure bars or how to make something sound a certain way, but like I'm talking like the depth in my voice.
Of course.
Like if you hear it now, my voice sounds a lot deeper in songs than it used to. Because simply because of delivery and the cadence, and like cadence is everything. Like I used to say it to myself, I used to be like, yo, okay then, cool. Drop that Seasons tune or whatnot. Performed terribly. Actually, it performed alright because it was straight after Mandem. Yeah, Mandem did a mad thing.
Yeah.
But
Mandem was big.
Mandem did alright. But I thought, you know what? If someone else had said these exact same bars, they would be somewhere right now.
Okay.
I thought, so I was like, different stepper, Fendi T with a lubes, that's leather, yeah. And I was like, okay then, if Millions had gone on that and was like, different stepper, Fendi T with a lubes, that's leather.
100%.
Yeah, you feel me? Or the D&GT with a blue and me,
100%.
B23 match it better. Like, if Millions had said that, man would be like, oh, sounds crazy, but...
Our reaction videos would be crazy.
Exactly, but you feel me? Like, it's not like the lyrical content ain't there. Yeah, like the lyrical content's there. It's more just the way in which you're delivering stuff now.
Yes.
That's literally all it is. And like, you can't really say someone like Drake because everyone knows Drake's voice now.
Right.
I feel like, do you know when you're listening to someone who you know, there's an aspect of comfort. It's weird. It's like, I feel like people don't really feel too easy when they're listening to a voice that they don't know.
A new person.
But when if you listen to someone like Drake, you have this automatic comfort and you're like, I'm listening to Drake.
Yes. He's gonna give me some quality music.
I'm listening to Drake.
Yeah.
And sometimes even if the tune ain't quality, you're still gonna see it out because you're listening to Drake and his voice gives this sort of comfort. But if someone like me comes in now and the voice ain't sounding too correct or you're not really liking the way my voice is sounding on that mic, you're gonna click off that because you don't owe me a thing, basically.
I understand.
I feel like Drake's giving you in music. I feel like after you give people enough hits, they owe you. Like, they owe you their attention.
100%.
I think there's that.
Yeah.
But I think Drake's delivery has improved a lot.
Oh, bro, Drake.
Broke in the game.
Drake's that guy, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, Drake is that guy. Like,
He works
Drake is
hard
that
on
guy,
his
bro.
craft.
Drake is that guy, man. Drake is that guy.
I think when he came in the game, like his delivery was like quite high pitched, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, you hear him, he's quite mellow.
You
like,
see
kind of
what
lower.
T is saying exactly, like, maybe I've always thought Drake's cadence has always been on point. But yeah, like what you're saying, like everyone's always going to prefer like a deeper voice. Do you know what I mean? More calm.
Yeah, you need, you know,
more collected. God, of course, we can always come up with counter arguments to that. That's always going to happen. But yeah, I totally agree. I think cadence 100%. Is so important.
Yeah. So like, yeah, in the sense of my craft and the whole cadence thing, that's one of the things that we've done to improve the craft. Well, no, quality, and then we're talking cadence. This is the stuff that we're working towards and being like, this is going to be the new image. This is going to be how it is. Because like, yo, you've got people that are doing auto-tune and that's their image. They can still spit a 16 in their normal voice, but if they did it, that might not necessarily connect. You feel me? But man, I got to do stuff that connects type of thing. Like, you got to do stuff that... So if I ain't found the lane that connects just yet, then I'm still searching, basically. Right. But now I feel like we're getting to the end of the search.
Right.
We're finding that T Suave lane.
Love that.
We're finding that, you know, even if the beat's different, you know that I'm probably still going to come with a slightly deeper voice with a cadence, and it's going to feel a bit more comfortable when you're listening to it. You feel me? That's the sort of thing that I'm going for right now, man.
I love
That's
that.
the sort of thing I'm going for. Yeah,
I love that so much.
There's more, there's more to music than just the final product, you feel me?
Of course.
There's so much of the stuff that goes into it. And when we start getting into the stuff that goes into it, that's when you start understanding, like, yo, the music thing, it really is deeper than just the final product. Like, and I love watching YouTube videos of like established artists in the studio.
Of course.
Yeah.
And the way all of that goes down. Like, one person who I love watching in the studio is Timbaland, like, because I think that guy's a genius.
Oh my God.
I think Timbaland's a genius, like.
Timbaland.
What?
Bro.
It's
like,
the beat.
If you listen to that, the way you are tune, like, I
It's
like
such
you
a
just
good
the
song.
way you, bro, like
even
bro,
how
like,
it starts. I get so excited every time I hear Timbaland's tune.
Which other tune is it, man?
Especially from that Shock Value era.
Yeah.
That shot, bro.
Like his own vocals.
Shock Value, bro. Oh my God. Shock Value, I take that in. Like, it's the... Is it going? Is it going?
Is it going? Is it going? I don't know.
Yeah.
And he goes with the drums. What? Stop.
Daft, bro.
Stop.
Every journey I take in a car, that tune has to play. Mandatory.
Oh no.
Are you mad? Who thinks of that?
We got Nelly Furtado on that tune.
Yeah.
Best decision of his life, bro. Because she's got that voice as well that comes in and if this is in the club. I'm like, yes, we'll be acting filmed.
You can't even hear some of the things she's saying, but it's a whole
it's the beat.
Vibe. Yeah, it's a whole vibe. Like
it's a feeling.
You feel me? Like you just know Timbaland was there, Justin Timberlake was there, Nelly Furtado was there, and they were just vibing out. Just, you feel me? Just there, just going crazy. What sort of madman creates a beat that sounds like that, bro? Do you know how unorthodox that beat is, bro? Who on God's green earth even thinks to do that, bro?
Yeah.
Are you mad? That guy's a genius, bro.
Yeah, Timbaland. Honorable shout out to you. Timbaland.
Nah, Timbo is that guy. He's one guy that's definitely on the Apple Music list. See, I've got 2 lists in it. There's a Spotify one where it's just a quick little search. I might be like, yo, play whatever song you want. I'll give you the Spotify. But the Apple Music, you see the search history? That's the holy grail, you feel me? That's where you got the T-Pains and all that.
Another Apple Music
we got
I'm always getting roasted.
Yeah.
On mic and off this pod,
I feel the suggestions on as good as Spotify.
I get so much flack, you guys.
No, for consumers, for artists, Spotify is the one in terms of being pushed out. For artists, Spotify is the one from an artist perspective. Consumers, like Spotify give you playlists, etc., you know, that type of stuff that helps you, find whatever you might want to find on there. You feel me? Apple Music isn't very helpful. I'd say sound quality, Apple Music's probably,
Apple Music sound quality is unmatched.
But did you let me put you lot onto it. So that, did you know on Spotify, you can turn your normalization off and you listen to like the actual master file that came out of the studio instead of
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know this.
Because so like you can take off your like Spotify normalization and the file's loud. Like it's the file that came from the engineer type of thing. You feel me?
Because when it normalizes it just makes everything around kind of the same levels in that.
Yeah, exactly. So Spotify don't want you to play to be listening to music and you hear one on that level, one on that level, one on that, because your listening experience is just a bit off. You feel me? So they kind of hone all tunes into this certain level. So when you're listening to them, they all sound about the same volume. In that sense, you feel me?
That.
Of course, you can definitely hear this mix and master here is a bit dead, but the levels will kind of be, you know.
I love that so much. You see, talking to you about this makes me want. We need to bring more sound engineers in here.
Normalizations are
and
big.
more producers and more people who work behind the scenes because I thoroughly enjoy listening to these processes.
Oh yeah,
and like talking about great producers who have given us amazing tunes over the years.
Producers are real G's, man.
Oh my god!
Do you know what? Every process is so sacred in the music thing. From the first tap of the beat to the first line of the 16, first line of the hook, to when the mixing engineer throws a bit of EQ on that or whatever. The mixing process is a joke. It's an absolute joke. Mixers need their flowers. Mixers make songs. Believe me, you guys. Mixers make songs, man. Like mixers. The stuff that they bring the real emotion and feel out of a song. Like mixers.
That's hard to do.
Oh, it is not easy.
Definitely.
Yeah, very difficult to do.
I'll be looking at the mixer screen and I'm there gobsmacked. I'm thinking, what is going on?
How did we get here?
Different graphs and
bro.
They got different knobs and everything. Different windows open.
Bro.
Right.
A whole different
mixers,
world.
crazy. I feel like the people who have got it's also a tough job, but it's not as tough maybe the mastering side of things, but you still can't not have a good master. Mastering is still like, mastering is the life of a tune. Like,
of course.
I don't know how to explain it to you. It's the
backbone of it, isn't
it's that piece of the cake. It's that final piece of the cake, the little cherry on top, you feel me? To just be like, yeah, this is like radio ready. This is smooth. This feels like a song now. Like it feels like a tune. Like you brought it all together. That's the whole mastering thing. But mixing, wow.
Who was your mix? You had a mixer, didn't you, on your album? Who is that?
That's Aren. Aren is my guy, man. That's like big bro to me right there.
Shout out to you, Aren.
Aren mixed it. Sweden. Coldest guy from Sweden.
Love
used
that.
to live in the UK. Worked a hella artists and that, man. Works with like all the labels in Sweden and all like Universal Sweden, like Sony. Yeah. Like we'll be on FaceTime or something and he'll be mixing my stuff and then he'll be like, yo, we just got an email from Universal to do this and boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? So like the guy, yo, he's certified over there. He's doing his thing. You feel me? He's doing his thing, making a living and that. And I got hella respect for him because he goes above and beyond for me in the sense that we might be working on a tune late at night. Yo, he's got his family and all of that. He's got his stuff he's got to do, you feel me? But takes time out to sit with like, yo, little bro, let's do this. Let's get this tune sorted. And you feel me? So that guy there, yeah, I got nothing but good words for that guy. I could speak about him all night, you feel me? But
I love that.
Yeah, man.
I love
proper
that.
certified guy, man.
Yeah.
Real certified. I still yet to link him in person. It's always like we do like the audio streaming over with the FaceTime there. There's like 3 different avenues that we need to be speaking on in order for everything to come together. But yo, like when everything does come together, like it's amazing, man. Like we make some good music. Like we've made some tunes, man. So the whole Dinner Man thing is from my room to his space. You feel me? It all just came from an idea to now being out on streaming platforms and it's lit.
You know, I appreciate that about you. And not just you, but people who are associated with you.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have an idea.
Oh, yeah, 100.
And you put a lot of action into that. And then it becomes actual reality. And I think that is how you got to Dinner Man. And it is the project that it is. Before we go, because you came in, you gave us some good content.
Oh, yeah?
No, I'm not.
You reckon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
Great
think?
chat.
Yeah. We enjoy all of them. But
Oh, yeah.
This is the
You reckon?
Oh yeah.
No, bro. That's lit.
Nintendo one.
Nah, that's lit. That's lit. That's lit.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
lit, man.
But before we go, you need to put people onto something. Because, I mean, you put us on the whole Spotify thing. That was cool.
Right. So
You
I'll put you on the little tips and all of that.
You need to put us onto something.
I'm still up and coming with it, so I'm always gonna plug my whole team. I'm always gonna plug me. Like
plug it.
If
forever,
you ain't gonna plug
baby.
you, then yeah.
No one's gonna
no
plug
one's gonna
you.
plug you.
Like
plug
you.
yourself in it. So
I'm here for it.
So my put on today is for you to whatever device you're on,
Of course.
whatever digital streaming platform you're on, go to dinner, man. Either headphones on full blast for ambience purposes,
Of course.
or in the car, volume real nice and high, and just kick back, you feel me, and really take in every single thing
I love that.
that's going on in that project, because it came from the heart, I'd say, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came from the
I can
heart.
tell from the way you wrote it
Yeah, no, it came from the heart, man.
and what's in it. Yeah. What's that final track called?
Blind about the coochie. Yeah, man.
That's a good one.
Yeah, man. It's all about just life. You feel like it's from the top. Adrenaline's on some, talking about. It's mainly life struggles, but adrenaline's more the motivational thing. Like, if I can go through this and I'm still talking about beating the odds, I'm on top, never settling. You feel me? Like, beat the odds, don't settle type of thing. That's the message I'm trying to bring out to you type of thing.
Right.
Like, yo, like, never settle. Like, on grind, 7 days. If I had 8, I would do that. Like, you know, like, let's grind, you feel me?
Let's work.
Like, you know, there's a few little singles out there that, you know, might not have as much meaning to my life or whatever, but, you know, even like your sometimes, they're meaningful to me, but, you know, they're the singles, you know, they're the little vibes and all of that stuff. But tunes like Life,
I love
you
Life.
know, yeah, like tunes like Life, they're
That's
like
a really good track.
diving deep into it. And all
I know my
that.
parents really loved. Excuse me. Horrible. My parents really, really liked Life.
Oh, they listen to
They
it, yeah.
No, I had them.
Oh, that's crazy.
I had all of them listen to your EP.
I swear down.
But
They were messing with
they
Life.
all really liked. Like,
That's lit.
my mum, my dad, my aunties, and they're like,
down.
oh, that song is pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I really like that one.
You know, life is pretty lit, man. So the whole EP is just my story, you feel me? So the put on, long story short, the put on is taking the EP on whatever device you don't just listen to it on your phone and turn it up and no. Like, I need you to really feel the ambience and the thing, you feel me?
Audio in that.
Yeah, like I need you to really
Ideally surround sound.
really take this in, really drink it in, really listen to what I'm saying. And yo, the vibes are there as well. So we're live.
I love that so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you lot.
Yes, please, and come again as often as you like.
For sure.
Yeah, next time we'll chat about other things.
sure.
We'll emulate some of the conversations we have in this house.
Yeah, for sure. Some of them are, but
we have some great conversations in this place. So yes, please come again.
No,
and thank you for giving us your time.
I'm here for you lot, man, for real. Anytime you need me, just one call away, man.
Love that so much.
Feel me?
Right.
No, that's easy. Appreciate you.
And
Bless.
that's it. Yes.
Appreciate you, sugar.
All right.
Right to yo.
Thank you guys for listening.
Until next week.
Love that.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh man. Oh, careful.